Hi. The balanced literacy program that I would use would be actually a variety of them. I wouldn't stick with just one, only because students learn differently, and I think it's more effective if you can use a combination of several. Um, and since I'll be working with special educational students, I think that's important in approaching reading and writing in different ways. Um, I I really like the reading and writing workshop because the students are allowed to write independently, and I think that's a huge factor in them learning how to do their writing. Of course, I would teach them their writing and gradually let them do it independently. But what I like is that the students are allowed to select the books that they want to read at their level. And by them doing this, it gives them more motivation to learn about what they're reading and also write about what they're reading. I think that's the best concept as opposed to the basal reading that program that there is. And with that program, they're the ones who select what the students will be reading, and then of course give you the activities that go along with that. And I would probably use that throughout the year, just depending on what my students like to read. And if I find something that's really interesting that they have to offer, I would throw in that approach into my lessons and use it at that time, so that way students have another option in learning a different reading passage and more writing skills. And I like that it's the reading and writing workshop is student-centered, so this allows them to work with groups and interact with others. It gives them not only the social skills that they need, but it encourages them to think independently and to work with others in coming up with solutions to some of the questions that are being asked about their reading. And then, of course, they can also feed off some ideas within each other's group on what to write about in their writings. And I also like that teachers have the responsibility of incorporating mini lessons. And I actually like the concept of mini lessons because it teaches students either a new lesson, so to speak, or it gives you the option of reviewing stuff that they might have missed. And so I think it's important to incorporate that within the reading and writing because it ties everything back together, and it helps students understand what's expected of them. And with the literature circles, what I like about this is that that students could read a variety of reading levels. So they're not restricted to just reading per se whatever is presented to them. Like the more advanced readers are allowed to read at higher book levels, and I think that's very important because it allows them to grow in their reading and then of course their writing skills. Of course, that would have to be monitored to make sure that students don't select easy books if they're above that book level. But that's something that I think I could manage as a teacher, and making sure that they have the correct selections for their reading skills. And of course, what I like about it is that they have the students are also able to learn more of the literacy skills and their writing skills as well through this concept of literature circles. And then the literature focus units, I would incorporate this too, because I would want to select a book that I think would be beneficial to them in a learning experience, but I would also try to tie it into something that relates to their personal life. And then, of course, you know, it would probably be a book that's more advanced for them, but I would scaffold the reading techniques and the writing techniques in such a way that they would be able to understand what is being presented to them in the book. And I think overall I would probably use all of them, but I would probably lean more to the reading and writing workshops and the literature circles more than anything. I guess that would be my main focus overall, but I would definitely incorporate all of them, just depending on what I think is appropriate at that time in wanting to teach the students what's needed to be taught for their reading and writing skills. And that's about it. Thank you.